You know, it's almost like your birthday with a package from China, so let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So in this video, we are going to take a close look at the retro game 16-bit video game system from Fiho. I grew up myself with Sega Mega Drive, Genesis known in the US, and I love myself the Sega. They had so many great games, and I just want to check out if you can find like replacement units in China. I've reviewed a couple of these devices, and oh boy, finding a good one, that is the biggest challenge. The retro game 16-bit video game system, also called the ZD-01A. Alright, so let's open it up. Let's be gentle because I want to keep the box in good condition. Oh crap, upside down. Oh, there was a lot of stuff falling out. So first of all, we're going to get ourselves a weird, very cheap, light-weighted multi-game card. The 18-in-1. They have made so many. By the way, they are still selling these things like these weird multi-game cards. I'm going to get a converter for the European markets. It comes with a cable. Oh, this is surprising, because this time we're going to get the option for stereo sound. That is also like an other issue with these clone systems. Okay, so for a very cheap device, it weighs quite heavy. Okay, so let's do a quick overview of the system itself. It feels quite decent. Oh man, it feels still like an on and off wiggle button. The smell test. Oh, it smells chemical, but kind of nice. High grade, multi-purpose use. Okay, that's kind of weird. At the back we're going to get input for the DC in, a micro USB. Then we're going to get two for audio or stereo, that we're going to check out. Video. Here we're going to get the region switches. So it's interesting that we're going to get two switches over here, not like one that we can slide in one direction. At the bottom, let's see, we're going to get here, we need a 5V. And okay, please turn off the power before plugging cartridges. Yeah, that is a Captain Obvious moment. And at the front we're going to get two ports for original controllers, but we're not going to try that one out because I want to play with these fake ones from China. But I want to bring the testing for these systems just to the next wicked level. I tested it out in the past with some cartridges, but I wanted to test them out with all kinds of versions, and I think I've collected them all now. So with the test we will include Street of Rage number 2, because I love those soundtracks and they're a great test for testing out the sound capabilities of the hardware. Then we're going to get the Bitmap Bureau Xeno Crisis. It's basically like a new game-ish homebrew. Then we're going to get Virtual Racing with the special chip. The chip that not all of the clone systems will have the support for, or the system in general. We're going to get Sonic 3 and Knuckles, the combination card that is also not supported by every single clone system, and not to forget an original multi-game card, just to see what happens if we're going to plug it in and we're trying to play some games. We're going to get the Mega EverDrive, the original Greeks edition, and that we're going to test out because also the EverDrive is not supported by every single system. And then we're going to get the multi-game card from our friends from China. The same story, not always compatible with a system. Also, we're going to test out the fake, weird looking Japanese version multi-game card. Then the Sonic 2, when he becomes fluffy, or in other words, just a retro game, a homebrew game, just to see how it works out. And of course, we're going to check out the fake versions, the EverDrives from China, just to see if this game works too. Okay, so let the testing begin on the device, and let's see if it's capable of running all of these different cartridges. Okay guys, so for the first test, let's power it on without a cartridge, because some of these systems, like this one, does contain some games. Quite interesting, the 19-in-1, and the game list is quite okay. Tiny Toons, Street of Rage, Sonic, and I don't know if there are like double games. I'm guessing this Mario Sonic game is basically like Sonic 1, but only comes in a different homebrew version, or it just boots up like a freaking second stage. So far good. Okay, so next up, the fake multi-game card that came with the system. Comes with a couple of games. It again has Sonic the Hedgehog over here, Golden Axe, a couple of good games. So, not bad at all. It seems to be that the original EverDrive has been supported by the system, so that is very good. Let's try the fake one. And also the fake version works. So with some of these devices we're going to get, let's say, built-in average drives. This is not needed because these things are freaking cheap. So for a couple of dollars you can pick up a fake one, and it seems to be working on the FIHO Sega Mega Drive. Next up, Sonic 3 and Knuckles combination card. A lot of fake systems do have an issue with this. And the FIHO Sega game console has support for playing this game. Nice. Okay, so next up, let's try Xeno Crisis. A game that has been released a couple of years ago. That is normal, by the way. The D-pad is not responding that well. Okay, so the new generation multicard also worked. It was more like a Captain Obvious moment, and yeah, I still wanted to try it out in this video. But okay, so the system, the FIHO, has a compatibility with a lot of different cartridges. So that's quite an interesting thing. Next up, let's try out Street of Rage number 2. And also let's check out if the region system works. Okay, we're going to get a message that the cartridge is not compatible with this system. So let's mess around with the switches on the back and let's reboot it and test some audio. Alright, so that happens when I'm putting it on the PAL function. Yeah, that is not great. Okay, so let's try it. Different system. Okay, let's check out if I'm putting on Japanese. See if this thing boots up and that it works. Okay, so we can start it up now. If I have the right settings, it will show indeed like the Japanese text, bare knuckles too. Okay, doesn't matter. But see, there's a weird thing like on PAL, so it's a PAL card, but I can't play it on PAL. It goes all messed up. And I've seen it before, not the first time. But okay, nevertheless, let's check out the soundtracks. Oh man, even that this FIHO sounds kinda okay, by listening to some of the game soundtracks they are completely messed up. And in my opinion, beside that the signal output of the audio and video is not bad at all, and I mean like the quality, I still hear some minor interference, but when you're looking at the quality of the audio, Street of Rage 2, man oh man, that is not the way how you want to play an old school game. In my opinion, just get yourself a normal Mega Drive if you want to have the original blast processing power.